Hi there, lovely people, it's Asia Marka here, Lemon Creation, with another project for Lindy Skag. This time it's a set of ATCs with beautiful background created for this month, November, color challenge. So let's start and create with me. So this time I'm gonna start by asking you very nicely to subscribe to my channel if you like what I do and hit notification button. And I'm starting on the piece of cardstock paper which is cut to the size of ATCs. This time there is gonna be no background paper, no backing, and I'm gonna be using stencils. The first one was from L'Encre in L'Image, and they are tiny, super tiny, super small stencils which work very nice with ATC cards, and I'm using modeling paste from PBO. I actually very much appreciate the mark PBO, or PBO, I have no idea how do you guys pronounce it. In here I pronounce it like that, but it's a very good mark. It's not super expensive also, the prices are fairly similar to other brands, but it's you cannot get disappointed with the products. And they don't dry, which is also very good. So I made my stencil, but I also add a little bit of texture by cleaning my craft knife on the edges. For each card I'm gonna use different stencil. This time it's Cassie Art stencil, also beautiful, which I made a little dirty with my previous projects, as you can see. And now I actually learned a small trick. I always, when I finish using the stencils, I put them in water in the sink, and later when I finish my project, I'm coming back and I'm washing them very easily, and like that I don't have to, make a big breaks during the project making, which I don't like, and I'm sure that I'm gonna manage to clean the stencil very well. And this one is the third one I'm using from Paper Rose, a beautiful one. It's actually a tiny bit similar to the stencil I designed, and I hope it's gonna be soon in my Shopify shop. And if you wanna check it out, I'm gonna give you a link to the shop in the description box below. And for every card I'm using the same technique of cleaning the knife of the modeling paste on the edges. And as you can see in the corner here, that's the color palette for November color challenge, Lindy's gang. And the first color from Lindy's I'm gonna be using, it's a spray Summer Loving Sun. So basically I am spraying it away. I added a little bit water, if I'm not mistaken, before. And now I'm gonna be adding Magicals, Mountain Meadow Green and Red Hot Poker Orange. And to add them to the cards, I'm gonna be diluting them beforehand in water to get exactly the color which is on the box. Like that, no surprises there, and I can match as closely as possible the November challenge color palette. And again I added a tiny bit of water, and with a brush I'm trying to add some colors. I didn't think it over, I'm just doing it intuitively. And as you can see, in the places when there is a stencil, the paint goes in between, in the nooks and crannies beside the stencil, and it gives a beautiful shadowy effect, which is really appreciated because it gives this extra interest. I don't quite often work with the stencils because, well, it's like with embossing powders. I find it a little bit more messy than I would like, but actually the effects, I keep on forgetting, but the effects are really beautiful when you work with stencils and then the colors. It's a beautiful color combo, especially for the month of November, a little bit like autumnal, but at the same time November for me it's more wintry already, even though lately here in France we have beautiful weather. It's not very cold, but there are fogs, and because we live beside the mountains between Alps and Jura, there is this beautiful fog, and when it's evening and the lamps are on, it looks so magical. And so that's what I wanted to kind of create on my magical ATCs. And here is my tip for creating something either magical or dreamy. You mix the colors, which first of all mixed together well, and do not leave any negative space, which I am fan of, as you probably know already. And I do it. I do a lot of art journaling with negative space. But when you want to create something, as I said, dreamy or magical, do not do that. You rather add a frame which is dark on the side. And that's what I've done here with a spray from Lindy's Blazing Black. And once again, you can see that the spray went in between the stencil image or images. And like that, it gave again a little bit of shadowing on top of that, making this beautiful irregular frame, which is beautiful setting for your magical creations. And you can always reactivate a little bit Lindy's with water. So if you add a little bit of water, they will run a little bit more. And like that, you can work more. They are not like acrylics, so don't worry, you have a time which is not really limited. Even after trying, you can still reactivate them, but that can work against you also. Look at this beautiful image, and that can work against you because if you use one color on top of the other, the first color can bleed and will bleed, and if the colors don't like each other, you can get a mess. So that's you always have to take into account. And as you've seen, I blacked my edges with black archival ink, and with the same ink I'm gonna add a little bit of stamping. First stamp is from Paper Poetry. It's a script stamp, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of stamping on the edges of the cards. For that, I will be using the stamp I designed for Indigo Blue, bordering on the Ridiculous. And this time I'm gonna be stamping a little, how do you call it, the other way around. So I'll place my stamp on the piece of paper, and then I press the edges of the cards to the stamp because I wanted to really get a smooth image and kind of know where I'm putting the card on. And because these are not silicone stamps, so they are not see-through, this is the way to go with that. And that added again a little bit more interest to the cards. To embellish a little bit of background, I'm using this art journal bubble die or die cut, and I don't want it all, but there is anyway no place to put it all in, so I'm cutting small bubbles like so, and then I'm gonna emboss them with Lindy's Gang embossing powder. This is a Tin Roof Rusted embossing powder, which is the chunky one, so it has small pieces of mica in it, and it's really nice and chunky, and it looks very nice. It's better to use it on a bigger surface, but even on a small one, if you really apply it well, you're gonna get beautiful effects. And you're gonna see it, I put for you one close-up with the parts I embossed. And I have to tell you, the embossing actually grows on me slowly. I still don't like the mess it creates. I still don't like the fact that I have to take out my small desk here or board, not desk, board, that the powder flies away sometimes, but it does so a little bit less. So I guess you just have to do, you just have to gain the experience, and the things gets better with time. It's as simple as that. So these beautiful kind of bubbles, they kind of look to me like stones maybe, and I think they just look beautifully on the ATCs. And I decided to use the small tiny children, vintage children from Tim Holtz Christmas dolls, and I'll be adding to them a little bit of butterfly wings. Why not? To make it a little bit more magical also. But I was fighting with the children and the wings with their placement because I wanted to leave as much of the color visible as possible. and it gave me a little bit of headache. But then again, I love them so much, especially the girl with, you know, with this hat which falls on her face, the one in the middle. It's just so beautiful, I find it. And I decided also to emboss the wings a little bit more to have this thing in common with the rest of the card, and I use embossed pen and again the same thin roof rusted embossing powder from Lindy's. For the sentiments, I use the words I made by myself, and they are now available also in my Shopify store. They are the words to be fuzzy cutted, but they are on the cardstock paper, so you don't have to back them up with anything else. You just cut them, add a little bit of glue, and here we go. And this is it for the cards. You still have time to play with Lindy's challenge. I'll give you all the links in the description box below. I hope it was informative for you. I hope you maybe learned some new tricks, and I would like to really know your opinions. If you have any requests, please let me know in the comments down below. And once again, thank you for hitting the bell button or subscribe button, and for sharing this video also. I wish you all a beautiful, a really beautiful day without any worries, and without, with a lot of crafting. See you later, guys, in the next video. Bye bye.